All right, I'm in the 2020 Fall Major. I'm in the practice round. This is only the second time we've had a practice round, so seeing how it goes. Hole number 2. Now, I have no idea like what kind of adjustments we should be doing here as far as like if there is a plus 10% or whatever. There's a couple different shots. There's several different ways that you can go at this. I will tell you that the last time that this was in a tournament, I think it was right at 50. It might have been like 47 to 50% of the people that came here ended up in the sand or the rough, particularly the sand, on their drive. And there is a spot that you can be in right out here, and you really got to ride up against this rough. I mean, you got to. I'm usually, if you watch my channel on a regular basis, I try and always be 2 rings off of any transitional surface. So I want to be 2 rings into the fairway. And if I can't get enough curl with that ball, I need to bring out a bigger side, or excuse me, not curl, but side spin. I need to bring out a bigger side spin ball. So it'll, like maybe you can't get it done with a Quasar. The only way you can get it done with a Quasar is to pinch it up against that instead of using a 1 power 3 side spin ball or jumping up to a Katana. There is a rough bump that you can do here, and that's the shot that I really want to try today. There is a rough bump over here, and then there is also a backspin shot that you can do from right here. And I've tried this backspin shot with a Saturn in the past. And now I'm gonna pull out my Grim Reaper if the wind's blowing in such a way that I need to backspin. I'm gonna try my Grim Reaper here because it has more backspin than the Saturn. But it's super easy to end up in the sand because if you set this shot up wrong or you hit it to the right, you are sunk. You are in big trouble. So let's set up like a multi-purpose bag. Now I shot hole number 1, and if you've watched up to this point, you'll notice down here on my curl line, I've got a little pink one right here in this area. I went back and watched the shot to see where my curl was at, and I hit the drive shot on there great to the left, and I was in my curl more towards the middle. But if I'd hit that perfect, it would have been better if I wouldn't have had as much curl on there. So I moved it off, and then I put on my notes that on that particular shot to follow the pink curl line. That's how much curl I want to put on there so I can try and replicate that shot. What I'm looking for in the next one is a perfect so that I can fine tune it if I need to. One of the benefits of having a grid. All right, hole number 2. What are we taking here? I'm going to take a multi-purpose bag. I'm not sure. I'm going to take a couple bags. I'm going to take an accurate bag. See where that leads me. So let's choose from these last 2 bags. I'm sure it's a long iron. I'm sure it's a long iron from no matter where you hit out there. So Grim Reaper or a Grizzly. I'm going to try the rough bump, and we'll see what we need to do here. Now, I'm going to start off on the rough bump. I'm going to start off with a Quasar because side spin may be an issue, and we'll see where we're at. And I have some low wind 1 power ball, so I can replace those in a later round if the 1 power balls work. You may find sometimes where you're in between in your club. You're not at max and you're not at mid. So to get more towards mid, you could bring out a bigger ball on that hole. It'll push the red line forward. It'll put you more towards mid. Or you could bring out a smaller ball and it'll push you more towards max. So just depending on the club that you're using, like where you feel like you're more comfortable. You can change that up just by changing the ball. You can also change clubs. There's one hole in particular I can think of the last time we played it. It's one of those holes that every single time I'm in the right spot, I got the right club, I got the right ball, and it's tough to get it in the hole. But I'm always in between mid and max. So the last time we played it, I switched to a Kingfisher instead of my Hornet because a Kingfisher doesn't hit as far. And it put me more towards max. I mean, I was like right at max. And we're going to have a hard time finding an opponent in every single one of these. Bama rules. Banners are best. Everybody likes banners. It's tough to get into the deal is if you're brand new to the game, it's all about working yourself up. Now, I'm going to try and be in that fatter area behind where my opponent's at, because that'll give me a 2-ring separation. The way the wind's blowing right there, it'll be, I want to be in this fatter area, so I want to be back just a little bit. I may have to put on a little bit more topspin, but my landing zone is, it'll give me a little bit more wiggle room. Now they hit perfect, so that will help them for sure. Nice. Nice. Close. Very nice. Nice shot. Very nice. They brought a Kingmaker. Let's see where we can get. Okay, I'm right at max club. I want to be right as centered as I can. It's 2.5. Grizzlies 0.9 per ring. So there's 1.8. That leaves me 7. I'll do about a ring and 3/4. Hitting it perfect. Let's see if I land right dead center in that. Pretty close. Just running up there. Just needed to do a little teeny bit of a wind adjustment, maybe 10%. And where I landed, I did land a little bit to the right and a little bit forward. It looked like I'll go back and slow-mo it and see where it ends up. I haven't pulled out any of the specialties. I'm not exactly sure how the specialties work. I don't know that they've fully explained it. Maybe they have. Or if it's one of those things we need to buy it and waste some money and try and figure it out on our own. When the game first came out, it was funny because we had no idea what the clubs were going to do when they went to the next level. So somebody'd get online and go, wow, I got my Guardian to level 4. Wow, what's it do at level 4? Because nobody knew. All right, that was hole number 2 of the 2020 Fall Major in the rookie practice round. Thanks for watching.